All right, y'all. Think we good? Sound looking good? I'm looking good. All right, I think we looking good, y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, okay. Wait, do I have something on my face? Oh, I thought I had something on my. Oh, okay, I had something on my face. Never mind. Sorry about that, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode. Okay, Martial Arts Mayhem. We're back, baby. And yes, I am by myself today. Sorry about that, guys. The two homies, they had some stuff to do, so they wasn't able to come tonight. So I said, you know what? Let me do this by myself, and then they'll hop on the next episode. Okay. So, guys, for those of you that don't know, we talk about everything action and martial arts movies, but mainly martial arts movies we talk about. We watch a movie and then we do a review on it. However, I wanted to do something it's a little bit different this time. As you see in the title, tonight we are going to be talking about the Continental, episode one. Okay, episode one. I'm gonna do a review on it, and we're gonna be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be talking about it. Talk about what I thought so far. Things of that nature. So before we get into it, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Definitely comment down below. Definitely share the video too. Okay. And guys, I also have a Patreon. That's where you get all of the reactions to of all my reactions to animations and anime movies and shows. Okay, go check that out. Full length, no heavy edits like I got to do on YouTube, things of that nature. So go check it out. Okay. All right, y'all. So, I mean, you know what? The link is going to be in the chat too, and it's going to be in the description down below or in the comments down below as well. Okay. So, become a patron. You don't have to pay anything right now. Become a patron. See all that good content. All right. I already got some content up there. So, go check that out. All right. All right, y'all. So, listen, getting that out the way, I want to talk about this show. Okay. Um, so it was announced a while ago, man, a few years ago. I think when John Wick 2 or 3 came out. I want to say 2, when 2 came out, that we were going to get a prequel talking about how the Continental came to be, or something along that. It was going to be a prequel, or something of the side of the John Wick universe. I think it was the ballerina. I think that was going to be the first one, or something like that. So fast forward 4 movies, which it's crazy because I love the John Wick franchise, one of the best action movie franchises of all freaking time. Okay, changed the game when it comes to doing the action. All right, so uh when did John Wick 2? The first one came out in 2014, then the second one came out in 2017. So 21, 2. So, in a span of 6 years, we finally get the Continental. Okay, it came out on Peacock, so go check it out. Um, Basically, what this is about is it's set in 1970s New York City, and it feels like it, but we're gonna get to that. The Continental explores the origin of the hotel for assassins, which is the centerpiece of the John Wick universe. And you see it through the viewpoint of Winston Scott. Well, if you know who Winston is the older dude played by Ian McShane, the legendary Ian McShane, who be sitting there filling out the Continental, the manager, if you will, and helping John out too. Okay, so uh, whew, uh, you know what's crazy? I had to watch this twice because I didn't know what to make of it the first time, right? I didn't know what to make of it. But the second time, I did because got mind you, I was excited about this show. I've been excited about the show for a very long time. I also did a reaction to the trailer. Go check it out. But going back to what I'm saying, I've always been excited for this show. I love seeing more John Wick. Not the action, really the action mainly. But why I love watching it. But a lot of it also has to do with the lore that we've been getting in John Wick for the past four movies now. And each movie has expanded on the lore. You know what I'm saying? Fourth one focused a lot on the high table. Uh, three, we talked about the high table. We saw the adjudicator from the high table. So there's that. Um, okay. Sorry guys, give me a second. Sorry about that. So this, so yeah, so it's always expanded on the lore. When you get to each movie. So now, this show gives us a backstory of how Winston came to be the manager of the hotel. Now, I was under the assumption, and maybe other people weren't, but I was under the assumption, and maybe I might be alone in this, but I was under the assumption that we would be getting a story about how the Continental came to be. However, we're getting a story of how Winston became the manager of the Continental. Because when we start the movie or the show, we see that Mel Gibson, Cormac, is the manager of the hotel. Um, it's pretty. Let me tell you something. First of all, great to see Mel Gibson back on the screen again, man. Miss this dude. Shenanigans aside, I understand that, but shenanigans aside, miss this dude being in the movies, bro. I missed it, man. His Cormac was funny as hell, and he was mad cool, very badass. It was cool to me. But again, I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. But let me say a couple of things from this movie, from this show. The atmosphere is very different. So you know how like in the John Wick movies, it was rated R, but it was mostly like for gore and stuff. Yeah, you saw some sexual things or whatever, but it wasn't like no full blown nude and stuff like that. Like you seen stuff, but it was kind of tame for the most part. Here in this show, it is totally different. You got people smashing butt naked, okay? Crazy. I was like, yo, am I watching? Yo, I think the first couple of seconds, people are smashing. Like the guy Frankie. We're gonna talk about him a little bit later. Um, Frankie kind of going upstairs and going through the lobby in this one take, and like as soon as he get through to the ballroom, you just see like a couple people. You see a couple of people just smashing it up. I was just like, it's crazy because it's John Wick. All the John Wick movies, you never see no sex scenes. No, 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 no. You know what? You know what? I'm wrong. The only thing I saw that I remember was when John went to go and ex Santino's sister, and she took off her stuff, she took off her robe, and then she was like kind of naked, and then she like kind of did what she did, and drifted on into the bathroom. Like, and I think we saw a little bit of something, but I mean, other than that, that was really it. We ain't really seen it on this. Like you seeing people smashing raw. You would have thought this was a Showtime show. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't expect that. I really didn't. I really didn't. Like this is like a whole different atmosphere of what we get, like John Wick wise. You know what I'm saying? Even the action is different. Like, and that's the thing I didn't like. I didn't like that the same team that did the Wick franchise were not here. And you could see that because the way they do the action is very different. For example, actually, one of my favorite set pieces were when Frankie gets the coin press, yeah, gets the coin press. He steals it, and then he fights his way up to get out the building. That was hard. That was dope, okay. Homie was out here just capping people, and I think at one point he took a knife, stuck it to another dude. No, he took a knife from one dude and stuck him to another dude, so he was stuck. And then he took the gat and then just loaded off on him. Like that was cool, you know. And Frankie out here, he was he part of that business, bro. Let me tell you something. Frankie out here is a problem. Or was a problem. We're gonna get to that too. Because Domi was out here just like he's almost like John Wick in a way, and it's crazy. It reminded me of John Wick. You know, the only difference is the action is different, like I said from before. So the camera movements are more closer than you would see in the John Wick movie. Like that's the thing I love about John Wick, the franchise, is because they don't do shaky cam, which I hate in action movies. They also uh, they don't really do cuts like that. They really, you know, space. I'm sorry. Not only cuts, but just do it close up, so you can't really see what the fight. Yeah, so you can't really see the fight. So in here, actually, I'm sorry. Let me go back. So in the Wick movies, they space out I hope I'm saying this right. They space out the camera between the camera and the actors so that they can see all the action that's going on. So you're not so close up to their face. So you can't see what they're doing. This did it a little bit, just a little bit, especially in that fight with Frankie. But you can see everything going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, and again, I like I said, that's one of the best set pieces. There was a part where Frankie shoots somebody from across the stairs, and then you see him falling down, right? And then you see Frankie still going up. Like that was dope. That was dope. Yeah, that was like again, like that was like my favorite scene. That was one of my favorite fight scenes in that movie. And that's another thing. There are not many fight scenes in here. I think there's maybe one, two, maybe four or five at best. What is it? Yeah. Frankie. Okay. Maybe four or five at best. Four or five at best. So it's not like John Wick where it's like there's like a lot of action scenes in there. So it's maybe only like four or five in the whole entirety of the hour and 30 minutes. Again, that Frankie fight was bad dope. Also, I forgot to mention this too. Um, something you know what I read this on I forgot where I read it on. Somewhere on Facebook. I read that somebody had theorized that Frankie is John Wick's father and Yai's the mother. Now I don't know if that's the case. I mean, I could see it because how Frankie was out here, he reminded me of Wick. I'm not gonna hold you. So especially with who was talking? I think it was one of his friends, the Shogun karate dude. Let me get their names real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get their names real quick. Sorry about that. Miles. So like Miles was explaining to Winston, like, yo, some people just know how to do certain things. Like some people you gotta teach, but for certain people, they just know. So when he said that line, that made me like, okay. I can see where this person is coming from. So that's not my theory. That's somebody else's. So I want to make that clear. Okay. Uh, what else can I say? What else can I say? Yeah, it's like I'm trying to remember everything that I'm saying so far. So bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, no, it was weird though. The cuts in this movie are weird. Certain things in this movie is weird. There's a cut. There's a scene where Frankie jumps out of the building and into this garbage bin, which looked very weird. It looked like it softened his blow, but you didn't hear like him land. So that was weird. And then you see this guy run up to him, and he doesn't shoot Frankie, but he shoots like the garbage that's around him. So he misses Frankie. And the guy comes up, about to load up. He loaded up on him. He's about to shoot Frankie as he's getting out the garbage, and then all of a sudden, the wife, I think her name is Yai. What's her name? Yeah. His wife hits the dude with the car, and this dude just flies out of the damn screen. Like this dude got hit so hard he flew out of the damn scene. Like you didn't see this dude anymore. I was like, yo, what's the body? Because that's the thing. Because in John Wick, when somebody gets hit, you see the body. Obviously, you see the body after that. I didn't like the dude just disappeared. Like that's how hard he got hit. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's wild. Like I said, there's a lot of things that kind of stop it from being John Wick. Like it says the John Wick world, but this is like so different. And yeah, let me talk about Winston. Winston. Uh, Winston is very different from the Winston we know Ian McShane's character. As he gets older. Like this Winston, we're see that he's clean cut, but he's also a con man. Okay. Uh so he's like because he's doing like con stuff in London and stuff. Hey, let me tell you something, man. This dude Winston was wilding out here, bro. He was a Rolling Stone, bro. Like he was out here smashing baddies. Wow, like, like he was smashing the wives out here and conning people. Like, you know what I'm saying? but even in the beginning, you kind of see the differences between Winston and Frankie. Now, we did not know that Winston had a brother. Okay, we're introduced to this thing that Winston had a brother named Frankie. They and then again throughout the story of throughout the first episode, you find out that Cormac, we don't know if he was under the high tech. We don't know if he was in the Continental at this time. However, Cormac back in the day, I think he got his parents axed or he did something to where they were orphans and they were on the street and they did crime together or something like that. And Frankie took the fall for whatever crime that they did. So Frankie went to jail and took the rap for it while Winston got to, get off scot-free. And it shows you throughout the story, it shows you the discord between the brothers because at one point the Continental Cormac sends his goons or whatever to get Winston at the hotel after uh Winston was smashing the wife, which is crazy. Like I said, Winston was out here. He was walling out here, and I love it. So Winston tried to fight back. Even that fight scene was in there. They did some cuts here and there. I wasn't feeling. Especially like after the girl, shoots, gives Winston the sleeping drug or whatever, and then you just see this like cut of one of the dudes knocking him out too, because he was putting up a fight. He was out here giving these hands. You know what I'm saying? But these are not, and that's another thing. The Continental dudes are not the same dudes that we've seen in the John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are not the same ones. These seem like goons to me, not like highly trained assassins. They seem more like bodyguards, if you will. That was something that I wasn't feeling like. Nah, all of them should be. I should be terrified seeing with these dudes. I don't feel terrified. I just was like, all right, whatever. And I feel like that's the problem with this show. It tries to be John Wick, but it's not John Wick. Perfect example. If anybody has played Gotham Knights, if anybody's played Gotham Knights, you know what I'm talking about. That game was both. They tried to make that game like Arkham Knight, like from the Arkham series, and it failed miserably. They didn't do their own thing. They tried to make this as Arkhamish as possible, but failed. You know what I'm saying? Uh, this is sort of the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that this show was trash. I'm not saying that or is trash. However, it says it's from the John Wick world, but it doesn't feel like it. And Chad Stahelski, who directed all the movies, I don't think he directed this. Let me check real quick if he directed it. Let me see. Let me see. Um, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to see if it was directed. I don't think it was though. I damn. I can't find it. Hold on a second. Because I want to see who directed this. And I do not think. Okay, Albert Hughes, Charlotte Branson. Right. So I don't see. Yeah. So I don't see anybody from the old. From like the John Wick franchise coming in here. Uh. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah. So this is directed by somebody different. This is Chad Stahelski is definitely not a part of this. Or he didn't direct it. He probably was like, "Hey, we trying to follow the movie, so movies. So you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this." He's probably doing that. That's probably what he was doing, but he did not direct this at all, and that's fine. That's fine. I just wish they would have like kept it like in line with the movies in terms of the action and stuff like that, because it's not something I haven't seen before. Like this didn't it didn't wow me. That's the thing. It didn't wow me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the hmm, how can I say this? The Because I'm trying to say it in a way. Okay, so it didn't wow me. It didn't like shock me. It didn't. There was nothing new here. You know what I'm saying? There really was. It really was. And I feel like that's kind of where it went down for me a bit too. Because like the same people that made the movies was not in it. So I feel like that's my thing too with it. But like I said, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Uh Again, Mel Gibson. Let me tell you something. Mel Gibson. My favorite scene of his was when he was explaining about the rules, and just because I can't really vent my frustration by getting rid of you because of the rules. So he tells the dude, listen, you got your family, this and that, da da da. So if you were to get excommunicado, I would have to go after your family. Like low key was just like, yo, I'm threatening your family, bro. If you don't jump out that window. But the way he did it was so cool, was so funny. Um, yeah. And that's Latin for your F. That was best line for me of that of the show so far. Woo! Damn, I'm trying to think of what else. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out what else I could really talk about with it, like what I remember. So because it's gonna be all over the place. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Oh, here's the thing. Um, the characters that we get, the new characters that we get, I don't know what kind of part they're gonna play in the John Wick world going forward. Like the cops that we saw, the one that was smashing. And the detective that was that's truly trying to see what's going on with the Continental, because she's trying to understand like what's going on here. Well, for one, we get to see how cops operate when it comes to this world, because we only really saw it very briefly in John Wick 1, and then after that, you never really see any cops. Like it's like cops don't even exist in that world anymore. Like it's just a lawless town, But we forget there's normal people living in that house. There's normal people living in the John Wick world. You know what I'm saying? But the Assassin Guild, the Continental, and all of them, and the different branches, they all do it under wraps. Like you could be fighting for your life with another assassin, and people don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see how what the cops thought about the Continental. They don't know nothing. Not that well, except for the superior that let me say their names. I forgot their names. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get the names. Give me 1 second, y'all. KD. Yeah, KD. So KD, and I think his name is Mayhew. And Mayhew, Mayhew knew about not to go. He knew like, yo, don't mess with it. Like whatever's going on is whatever's going on. Don't even worry about it. Just don't go in it. But KD is one of those like, yo, I'm gonna get to the truth. I don't care what nobody says. So even at the end, Mayhew gives KD the information on a couple of the guys, but I think it was Cormac, but I don't remember. So we're gonna see something with that, with them diving more, well, having them do more, getting more dirt and information on the Continental. So we're gonna see more of that too. It's just I don't know what they're gonna do going forward. You know what I'm saying? Even with Miles and them, because they're gun runners and stuff. And again, that scene was okay too. That was one of the set pieces there too. It was alright. It was alright. It wasn't whatever. But that was what I was talking about seeing the action. That was one of my issues with this show too. It was so they had it so far that you really couldn't see everybody doing what they got to do. So I don't know what kind of part the Miles and the sister and the other dude play in the John Wick series going forward. Now I was surmising that maybe they become like the actual gun runners for the actual Continental. So maybe that's how the Continental get their all their weapons and stuff like that. Maybe in the future or something. I don't know, but I don't. But something tells me they're. Hmm, sorry, guys, but something tells me that they're going to be in the future later, but we don't know for what yet. Also, quick fact: we saw Clifton Powell. I don't know if you know who that is, but Clifton Powell, Pinky from Next Friday. For those of you that may or may not know, Clifton Powell been in the movie game for decades. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? He was actually uh Miles and what's the girl's name? Sorry about that. Miles and Lou's father. You see a picture of him on the nightstand. So he took a little cameo in there. Now, more than likely, we're going to see a flashback of this. Of them about their past and stuff like that. Because Lou and Miles, they kind of like rocky with each other. They're brother and sister, but it's still a little rocky. Still a little rocky because their father owned the dojo, and their father who passed, Luke promised to keep the dojo open. But again, Miles has it for like a gun running front. You know what I'm saying? But Laura's not cool with that. She's like, yo, I want to get out of this. I want to make a decent living. I'm tired of getting shot at every goddamn night. I'm tired of this. So we're gonna see where that goes to. Yo, I'm trying. See, oh yeah, and okay. So I wanted to say this too. So there's two people that annoyed me in this show. One of them was Yin. The other one was the guy that was with Miles and Lou. They both annoyed me for different reasons. Actually, no, I think the same reason. They just wouldn't shut up. Just kind of like, yo, like actually, it is kind of for different reasons. Because for the guy, it was just because he kept trying to be funny, and I hate people that try to be funny. It's like if you're not funny, stop forcing it. Now, when he was saying "get the f out of here," when forgot his name. The foreign dude was out here, he got his fingers, blown off and stuff. That was funny, right? Kicking him out, that was funny. But then after that was just like it was just obnoxious after that. So that's how I felt about him. But again, it was like, and I get it. Trust no one. I understand that, especially with what's going on. But she was just too a little bit overly aggressive. I was just like, all right, you doing too much. You're doing too much. But she had the second best fight scene in that show. In the episode. Because I like the fact that, and again, I'm not trying to get canceled, right? But she had some of the. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say. I like the fact that she, they the I like the fact that they did that scene where she wasn't like so OP that she was like knocking out a whole dude, just making him fly back out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? She's like 4 feet high, like maybe 5'1", 5'2", best. You know what I'm saying? And she's small. Her frame is small. You know, and she used that to her advantage. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was trying to remember. Okay, yeah. So she used that. She used her height, her speed, and her technique to get over on the dude. Now the dude was throwing around like a rag doll. This is true, but it was still cool to see Yin kind of get over on that advantage, and I love that. I love the storytelling within the action. I love that. I ain't gonna hold you though. She was using her environment too, and I like that. That's what I like about the Wick movies too. Yo, she took the ironing cord, wrapped it around the dude, and put it in the I forgot what you call the grater, in the sink. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And yo, his hand was just getting destroyed by the sink, and then she finished it by impaling the dude with the dang iron. Like, yo, brutal, 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 brutal. Brutal. And then we get to the point where Cormac I'm sorry, Cormac. Frankie and Winston. So Frankie and Winston and Yen, they're trying to get out. They're trying to get out of New York. They're trying to get out of there. But Frankie dies at the end, which is crazy. I didn't expect him to die in the first episode. I thought he was going to at least stay for all 3 episodes. Nah, he died in the first episode. And then it ends with Yen and what's his face? Winston going to back to Miles, and he's like, "Yo, I need channeling his inner Keanu Reeves, like, yo, I need guns, lots and lots of guns." So and it ends with that, you know. And okay, so at the end of it, how do I feel about this show? How do I feel about it? It's not the worst thing in the world. Like again, I've seen worse, you know. And again, this is not a bad show at all. It's not a bad show. For me, it's just the fact that this could have been so much better. I feel like the action could have been better. yeah, the action could have been done a lot better. And again, I'm not putting down the hard work of the people that worked on this show. Of course, they worked hard on this show. I'm not putting that down, but I'm just saying compared to what we've seen in the movies, like this is a step down, unfortunately. And it also struggles from runtime. Like I understand this is a mini series. This is damn near a movie because it's an hour and 30 minutes. But I've noticed this with the fourth movie as well. The fourth movie, what made that one the longest was because they were adding so much lore to the act to the movie as well as trying to conclude John's story. You know what I'm saying? So they were doing a lot in that movie, and in here they were doing the same thing. And a lot of that also it's also the pacing. The pacing could have been a lot better too. It felt long. Even through my second watch, it felt long, you know. But again, I do understand this is a mini series. Sometimes they be like that sometimes. So I get it. Like I'm not, I understand. But again, it's just oh man. I just wish they would have did a lot better. Because it's nothing new. It's nothing that I haven't seen before. This is something that again, I've seen this before. I've seen this in other action movies and stuff like that, action shows and stuff. The only thing that differentiates itself is like the full, not even the nudity stuff. Like you can go and watch like Strike Back. That's on the name escapes me at the moment. On HBO Max. Is it HBO Max or Cinemax? Well, Cinemax was out there. Things of that nature. So but I still liked it though. I really did like it. The action set pieces were okay. Two of them that stood out to me, like I said, Frankie and Yen's action sequences were the best out of that whole episode. Uh, again, like I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't the best thing I've seen in my life. It's not. It's not. It's not. And everybody did their thing, action, like acting wise. Everybody did their thing. Everybody did their thing. And again, like I said, it feels very different. It feels that the whole atmosphere, the whole tone, compared to like uh the John Wick movies. It felt really more like Watchmen. Like this could take place in the Watchmen universe if it wanted to. That's the feeling that I get from it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. I'm gonna give episode one a 6.5. It's nothing that I haven't seen before, and I was a little bit disappointed of the action, except for like two scenes, and the pacing was just a little bit all over the place too, because it felt too long. Because it was just explaining like the different fractions of the assassins, not assassins, of the criminal underworld that we see. So, and also I don't know what each character is going to play a part of in the larger John Wick universe. So, and mind you, this is something new. This is something very new, mind you. I need y'all to understand this. This is something new. Because again, I don't think Keanu Reeves, Chasta Helsky, and the others think they didn't think that this would have been a big thing. I be honest with you, I did not. I don't think they knew that this was going to be a massive hit. The John Wick franchise. I don't think they knew it was going to be a massive hit, but it is. It's a massive hit. It's been a massive hit for the last 6, 7 years, 8 years, damn near 10 years now. And each movie's gotten more money than the last. And supposedly we're going to get a fifth. And then on top of that, we're going to get the ballerina with Ava Du Arms, I believe her name is. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry about that. Armis, right? Anna D. Armis, that's her name. Oh, she fine too. Ooh wee. So in that James Bond movie, the last one. Mm, mm, mm. So anyway, so this is like something new that they're doing, a spinoff of the actual show, of the movie. Not that it hasn't been done before, but this is something different. Nobody expected this movie to be as big as it is. The franchise. Real quick, I remember, I'll never forget this. My dad and I were just going to see a movie, just, to kill time or whatever, It was like we always used to go to movies like every, week or two. Whenever a new movie came out, and we said, oh, shit, Keanu coming out with a new movie? John Wick? Now, mind you, Keanu hasn't been a star in decades. Maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. Ever since after the Matrix, he ain't been a big star after that. I don't know what happened, but he just obscured from scrutiny. Um, we usually never seen him after that. The only movie I see him in after the Matrix, if I'm not mistaken, was A Scanner Darkly, and this other movie, Man of Tai Chi. He did that too. He did that too. So, oh, and then I think Ronin 47. I think he did that. I didn't see it, but I heard it wasn't great. But anyway, so he wasn't that big star anymore. So we like, oh, okay, whatever. Let's see how this. Let's check this out. You know what I'm saying? The worst it could be born. Whatever. Yo, we were my father and I were both mesmerized. Like we were like, yo, I did not expect that. The action, the way they were doing it, the choreography, the actual reload, like he didn't have a limited ammo. He didn't get, you know what I'm saying, in the handgun, like the disarms and all that. It was awesome, great. And then ever since then, me and my father, it would be a tradition that every time the John Wick movie came out, we'd be there front and center. First week, didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So again, nobody, I don't think anybody expected this movie to be a major, major, major hit. Nobody expected that. And then after that, two came out better than the second. Depending on who you ask, better than the second. Third one, better than the second. Fourth one, better than all of them. You know. And again, we got reviews of that too, so go check that out too. I'm gonna put them in the I'm gonna put them in a playlist. You know what I mean? So again, how do I feel about this? Again, I'm gonna give this a 6.5, and the reason I'm even bringing up the movies is because this is a part of that universe. So I thought we would get somewhat of the same team. Maybe not everybody, because remember, Stahelski has made 4 of these damn movies. So I know he tired. I know Wick tired too. You know what I'm saying? I know they both tired. You know what I'm saying? They both tired. However, however, the same team is not for this. So to me, it's just like, yo, this is a little bit of a step down. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a little bit of a step down. However, I did enjoy this. I really did enjoy this. And like I said, I'm gonna give this a 6.5 out of 10. Now, I haven't seen the other episodes yet, but we are going to be covering it for these next couple of weeks. So, Martial Arts Mayhem will be reviewing all three episodes. And again, my partners will be in the next ones. It's just, life is life right now. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do this by myself this time. But again, like I said, it's not garbage. It's not garbage. I was disappointed. I'm not gonna hold you, but it's not garbage. It's not. Uh, okay. So yeah. So like I said, I did enjoy this, and again, we will be talking about this the next week as well. When we cover part 2. So, like I said, guys. That's what we're gonna be doing for the next couple of weeks. So buckle in. And guys, you know what? That's gonna be the end of it. That's gonna be the end of the episode. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been enjoying doing Martial Arts Mayhem for the past couple. I feel like month or two. I feel like it's been only been a month, but still, I really dig doing this. I really dig doing this, and I'm glad you guys dig it too. So Smash on the like button, smash on the subscribe button, smash on the notification bell. Definitely comment down below. And guys, recommend any movies that you want us to possibly react to. Not only to review, but to react to as well. Because we'll try to work something out where we can do that. Okay. So let us know whatever martial arts movies you want us to review or react to. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay. Let your boys know. All right. All right, y'all. We're getting out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for coming through. See y'all later.